still does decent. Do something when you're wasting my time! Fuck's sake, Hiker Johnson. Get this stupid rock out of my face. I'm gonna battle you. And the only thing I'm gonna use is harden. Because I'm hard as a rock. Heh wink wink, wink wink. Did I say that out loud? I did say that out loud, did I? Oh, I'm done. Get the game out of here. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm done. I'm gonna stop the recording. Stupid pen. Hi, welcome to a new episode of like the Shining Pearl Electric type mono nuzelock. It's later than normal when I record these because I had an event today and I'm gonna talk all about more in a minute. But if you don't know what this is basically a Shining Pearl playthrough. With the 5 electric types that you only can get before the post game, which would be Electrovire, Luxio, did I say it correctly? Pachirisu, Pikachu, and Magnemite. And with those 5 we're gonna do a monologue. I won't be doing a level cap because I think it will be impossible for my skill set to do this with a level cap and that sort of stuff. Has been proven by the orc battle already in the Gardena by the orc battle. And I won't take like mythical legendaries, but that is the given. So yeah, if you don't know, in the last episode we basically did Gardenia's gym. With emphasis on did and such stuff. Did I heal my Pokemon? I did. I think. So yeah, next on the block is basically the Team Galactic base here in the town. So, and that's what we're gonna do today. I think this will be a shorter episode, maybe 45 minutes to 40. I don't know yet, it depends how long this takes. The goal for this episode is to do the Team Galactic stuff and get to the next city. Which should be across the bike route, which I think is gonna take longer than expected, but let's see. Also, like as I said, I'm recording this later than normal. Or not, I can get off our property. Do you have a brain like playing this with the cycle shop manager? Yeah, we know you're getting Pokemon, but like as I said, I thought I was supposed to go to an event today, and the reason for that is. My coach within, like, you know, how do you say that? My coach within, like, the government basically got something recommended. And, was a kid. But something recommended that it was supposed to be an autism gender event. And from what I read, I thought it was supposed to be an event. Basically. And that event looked like, you know, people from like the work floor, you know, people who have autism, people who experience people with autism, people who have like transgender themselves or have gender questions can come by, you know? And there will be an evening of talk, questions, and that sort of stuff. Because when I mailed them, they came back to me with like, you know, do you have any questions that you want to bring along? Or, you know, want to take care of such stuff? And I was like, no, I don't have any questions, you know, it's primarily a gender interest, you know? So, so I got through like, I got there, and it was supposed to be in an old, when I got there, it was the location was an old, or an old prison building. So it was like already, like, you know, that they asked for questions from me. Also like already being like, you know, huh? But they also, you know, you come then to the location and you'd be like, it's an old prison building. And you'd be like, that is not really inviting from an event. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, old prison building. I looked around because I was like 5 to 10 minutes earlier. The horse that like I can. So I took a look around and was like, this doesn't really look inviting from an event. You know what I mean? Like normally if you go to an event, it's at a normal building. Or at least there are flags outside, you know, with like indicating that the company is here. Because I double checked if it was there, and it was there, and there was something above the door that indicated it was there. So I was like, okay. So there was something there, and when I when I walked around, I saw people getting inside, but apparently you had to like ring the doorbell. And I did, and I got in, and you know, slowly the room fills with people, and they were all trans people, mostly, I assume, or that's what it looks like. And then, you know, everyone is in, and then people start talking, and then it became clear to me, this was not an event, it was a support group. And when I mean by a support group, it was a, you know, sometimes how you go, we in the Netherlands have transgender cafes. This is basically cafes where you can get together and share experience. And that's exactly what happened here. You know, people shared experience from the past month. I introduced myself because I was new. There was one other person that was new. And as people were talking, sharing stories, I was sitting there like, you know, this was not what I expected. And I also said to them, like, sorry, but like, I am cut off by this. With the sole purpose reason I was not expecting this. You know, a talk supportive group. And then they get me. But I was listening, I was asking myself the question, do I really need a support group? Because the funny thing is, after I was hearing to the people's stories, come to think of it, I don't even know what's going on, I don't even know what we're gonna... But you know, as I heard the people's story, the funny thing is, I recommend basically, I saw stuff, or how do you say that? I heard stuff that I experienced myself before, but the funny thing is... That hurt. Oh. The funny thing is, funny thing is, I saw people who basically are like all over the place with their transgender story. There was somebody who was for the first time who basically just discovered that he didn't like his body, you know, and felt like he was not the right gender. There were people who were like cross-dressing, like they were in like a sort of phase that they like accepted the cross-dressing and like are on the waiting list for the gender care here in the Netherlands. But didn't really accept it, their trans side fully, if you get what I mean. But they told people they were just cross-dressing. There was people who, like, you know, go out for shopping the first time as a woman, which I also did, or has done. And, you know, that's the same thing as celebrating your birthday as somebody else for the first time. You know, trying out a bra for the first time, and such stuff. There were people who started with hormones. And what do I mean with it? There was like a girl who was like a few months on hormones, and it was interesting to her story. But there was also like somebody next to me who I don't know how far they were, but like they were indeed talking about like lasers, you know, lasering down your beard. as such stuff. And next to that was also a person who felt more like, how do you say that, cisgendered than trans, but she said she was trans and that sort of stuff, and going out to parties for the first time with, like, you know, a skirt on and that sort of stuff. So that was the funny thing, like, you know, you could see people from all stages, and of course the people who, like, organized it and that sort of stuff, they were trans themselves, and they were already fully through, like, the, you know, how do you say that, the journey. So, but yeah, seeing that was, like, real interesting. But, like, as I said, quickly through, you know, the evening, like, it was not that, like, I'm gonna say it, it's not that I didn't have a fun night, and, like, it was interesting to hear their stories. After all, I do EGS, you know, my gender story with a reason, to help people like this, inspire, maybe give them the courage I need, or show how I do things. But, yeah, I feel like the thing is, like, how do you say this the nicest thing? How do you say this the nicest way? Like, I know that some people have it worse in their gender journey than I have. Like, I have accepting family, I have accepting friends. You know, most people who I care will be willing to accept it. I have a girlfriend now who's trans herself and accepts this and such stuff. So, and this takes my Preggo side. You know, I do go to therapy to be a bit more, like, less insecure, if you get what I mean. But on the other hand, like, I feel like, you know, I don't feel like I need... Oh, yes, flamethrower. Uh-oh. But I think Electric Ball will kill. No. Was to be expected. The dark type, right? Dark poison. But, like, yeah, how do you say this the nicest way? Like, I don't feel like I need, you know, that didn't do anything. That didn't do anything. That's a citrus berry. But I don't feel like I need people and lower my special attack. Like, I don't feel like I need, like, in my life, the people who experience the same thing and talk with those people. I don't feel like I need to share my journey with people who'll be able to go, like, you know, I understand what you feel, Elise. Or I have, like, experienced the same thing and I would recommend doing this and this. I am, like, I don't think I am at that position in my life. This is gonna be love, with, like, love. Like, I don't feel like I need to share stuff. Like, it's not that I'm happy with my life that I currently lead. I think I'm also, like, lucky to be at the position where I am. And that sort of stuff, but I don't feel like I need, like, once a month to have, like, a special group where I can talk about my gender stuff. Because I can do that with my girlfriend, if you get what I mean. I can do that with my girlfriend. I have content creation to, like, share and stuff. Of course, you know, if I share with you guys and girls, for example, that I go to hormone therapy, You know? If I share with you that I go to hormone therapy, and for example, I feel that my blood pressure is lowered, so, you know, I pass out a lot, then you guys and girls will probably be like, you know, haha, great for you, Elise, you should go see a doctor. So, in that case, you know, a group like that is helpful, but I'm not at that stage in my life, in my journey, if you get what I mean. Maybe I've been rambling on for too long, maybe, but like, you get what I mean? So, that sort of stuff. But like, yeah, on the other hand, I think, like, on the other hand, I feel like, to disabandon it now and say, like, in a year time, if I go into my, you know, therapy, to come back and be like, now I need you guys, and girls also feels weird. But then I remember something from therapy, and now I often, like, think about pleasing people. That, like, you know, you go be like, oh, you know, I really thank you for, like, your hospitality. I really felt warm and welcome. And that sort of stuff. Oh, thief. Oh. You know, I really felt welcome and heartwarming, but, like, I don't feel like I need this, you know? But I really want to come back later. And then I thought to myself, no, Elise, if you don't, like, feel necessary that you have, like, a support group that you know you have, like, once a month and you can talk to, then so be it, you know? That be it. No, please, no saying I'll come back later. If it's not fitting, then it's not fitting. On the other hand, like, for example, I think content creation helps me a lot too. You know, because I can do stuff like this now. In sense of, like, you know, like, vent my life out. But for example, like, when I did my Pokemon shining videos and such stuff, where am I going? I'll get the color. Yeah, you know, let's do red. Now. Yeah, it's green bike. And green. But, you know, like, for example, when I did, like, hold on, I need to, like, focus a bit. I can do the same two things at the same time. But, like, the thing is, like, the thing is, for example, like, when I did my shiny Pokemon videos and such stuff, there is a lot of content from those videos that didn't make it into, you know, the original video. And there's some most shiny hunts that, like, didn't work out in the end, you know, or I didn't find a shiny, or, you know, I found a shiny, but it's the third time I catched it. Like, if it's, for example, if I didn't find a shiny, the whole... Is the Starhavia quicker? Like, for example, like, if I didn't find a shiny, then the whole 30 minutes, there was a whole 30 minutes spent, then yeah, I didn't find a shiny and that sort of stuff. But there were moments where I could just talk and, like, lift my heart, you know, talk about stuff that maybe never makes it to YouTube. But am I automatically, you know, I might should, like, take some of these trainers on and such stuff for experience. Might not, but like, the thing is, like, for example, those videos I could lift my heart over, I could vent and such stuff about things I maybe never should vent about in YouTube videos. But that was also like the fun part about it. Like I could talk about stuff that I might maybe need to vent on, you know, but that I maybe shouldn't talk in a YouTube video. But again, there was a good chance that, you know, that would never come into a YouTube video. And what I also did in those videos, can I kill that with one? Quicker? But for example, what I did with those videos, I usually showed how to make the sandwich. I showed the very, you know, I did the first few minutes of like, I did like the first few minutes of like, you know, the hunt, and then I cut out, because like a hunt could take 30 minutes, a hunt could take 5 minutes, a hunt could take 2 hours, or in case of Clove it could take like multiple days. But I think for Clove back in the day I did like 10 hunts. I meant like for Clove, for example, I did 10 hunts, eh? So I spent it roughly 300 minutes, which is like 6 hours. To get like a shiny Clove. I forgot how many shiny Nectli I got back then. But I don't forget how many shiny Nectils I got. You know, the salt Pokemon. But like for example that like I have like there were a good amount of like Nectil shinies, so there were a good amount of clips, but like out of those like 6 hours, I think 10 minutes made it into the video, maybe 15. You think like I think I show everything on YouTube, not on everything. No, not everything, but like, yeah. That's the reason I feel like, as I said, I'm happy with the life I'm currently leading. Of course, I have some work to do, but like... As said, like, I feel like I don't need a support group, if you get what I mean. Because there's so much other ways to support, and I often am the one giving the support, if you know what I mean, through my gender story. I didn't talk, told them about my YouTube career, because I was like, if I'm gonna tell them about my YouTube career, they're gonna ask who I am and what I do. You know, I'm the pregnant Vtuber. But yeah, I feel like I don't think I'm gonna return there. And stuff like this. You know, stuff like this of talking about like... So I thought, but not supposed to be able to swim with a couple of neat tools. I share with you, but you chose a hand. Right. I don't want to see the Versa Seeker. That's the Dowsing machine again. But yeah, the thing is, like, for example, like, stuff like this is the reason... Oh, I'm back here again. But this is like This is also the reason I don't think I need, because like I have content creation. And as I said, like lifting my heart here, like stuff for example like this is something which makes me realize that if I go, I rather do it probably to please other people, not for my self benefit. If I look at it from a now perspective, what benefit do I get from going to that support group? You know? And I think none. Like, I don't feel like any benefit. I get, like, maybe networking. You know, I get to meet people, see how they change, how they, you know, experience transgender stories, and maybe give some advice on that. But besides that, I don't think I see any benefit for me, if you get what I mean. But I'll go talk with my coach from, like... I'll go talk with it about my coach from the government and see what she thinks. Well, electrifier. Good choice, but so yeah. Yeah, I was expecting that. So yeah, that's what I want to talk. I thought I was going to an event and that sort of stuff, and that's the reason I'm also later at home than normal. I'm recording this at like 12:30 in the evening, you know, almost at midnight. Normally I record between 10:30 in the evening and 10 o'clock, or and that's when I start recording. And in most cases I'm done with 11 o'clock. And then I'm going to render, upload the video for the next morning, and such stuff. And then, you know, I go to bed. But today not. No, today not. Stop using quick attack. So that's the reason I'm late for this. But on the other hand, I feel also have like a good talking topic. But yeah, in the short, I went to an event, or I thought I went to an event, which didn't turn out to be an event, and turned out to be like a support talk group. And I feel like I don't need it, so I don't think I'm gonna go a second time. And such stuff. And now I'm here recording my Shining Pearl playthrough again. I think the biggest challenge of this run is not gonna be even like the gyms and such stuff. Or like Bertha in like, you know, the Elite 4. No, I think it's gonna be like Electrifier and not loafing around. And such stuff. Did he just change? Did he just change his feel? Or I thought he was looking to the side for the whole time. And that name, that got me. Okay, that was not effective. Always these hikers. Always these hikers. But yeah, it's been like an eventful day and night. Because are you really here just to waste my time? With that name even. To rub it in. I'm not even second. He has Sandstorm, Harden, and Tackle. The problem if his Electrifier comes above level 30, then he gets like he doesn't listen again. So yeah, it's been an eventful day, because also I have volunteer work today, normally on Thursday. And such stuff, so... That was not very effective kid, huh? And yeah. Down here. Recording. So, sorry if I'm not like on the same energy level, but as I thought. Electrifier. We talked about this. We talked about this Electrifier. Thank you. What should not kill? What should has 2 HP and does 1 HP? To evolve Magnemite, you don't need a Magnus Thunderstone, right? Or was it like, I think you need the Thunderstone to evolve it from like Magneton into like Magnemite. Or from Magnemite into Magneton, Magnezone. Okay, if I don't sound like any logical at all, or starting to sound sleepy, I do apologize. But yeah, it's been a long day. And I feel like I've been sleeping a bit bad the past week, but that's purely because like summertime and wintertime is coming. I need to go to... Yeah, I need to go to code. Oh, we just changed. Nice. Is it lagging? One. Oh, it's on like a 1 second delay. I might have biked past him. Such stuff. No, I was like, why am I stopped? But I don't wanna fight the Geo, dude. Actually, I'm gonna get to the next town. On you. According to Monterey, Mount Cornet is where the Sinnoh region began. It's a newly created world, a world where only time flowed and space expanded. Should have been no strife. What become of that world? Because the human spirit is weakening, complete strife is spread. The world is being ruined by it. I find the state of things to be deplorable. And you are? You know, do you seem of any importance? I don't think you sound of any importance, so... I was standing next to him and was like, you know... This is fucking cute, ooh. I was standing next to him. I was like, you know, if I watch up, does he change? Or maybe it's the... You know, maybe... I'm gonna hate this Geodude. And maybe it's the bike. You know, and the bow. I don't think they changed position. Oh, you come on. I'm Ike Johnston. I'm not gonna waste your time by only doing Arden and knowing that the only move you have is Rock Smash. Still does decent. Do something when you're wasting my time! Fuck's sake, Hiker Johnson. Get this stupid rock out of my face. I'm gonna battle you. And the only thing I'm gonna use is Harden. Because I'm hard as a rock. Heh wink wink, wink wink. Did I say that out loud? I did say that out loud, did I? I'm done. Get the game out of here. I'm going home. I'm done. I'm gonna stop the recording. If you're gonna use Harden, then I'm done with this game. Don't talk about this anymore, okay? I wanna see, is it really the bike? Or is it like... Oh. You have to fight... You change position. I wanna fight another Geodude. Like, I don't wanna fight another Geodude that only goes harder and he'd be like, haha, I'm hard as a rock. I don't wanna fight another Geodude. I wonder one thing, where's the trophy garden? It's here, right? Yeah. Oh, I thought that the trainer spotted me. Uh-oh, the friendship already. That quicker? Huh. Like, I know, like, 26 should be a thing, but... Now let's get... Oh. William, I didn't want to fight. Especially not with the Mine Junior. Yeah, I can do a lonely electro ball. Watch him as a count time for the next one. A Bonsley. Oh, how sad. I could only use Electro Ball, huh? How sad. Don't be Barry, don't be Barry, don't be Barry. That's Banary. Happy to be there, but you were not so far away my Banary could have run. Baby Banary, back into the Pokeball you go. I'm carrying a super contest show judge. Please stop by the contest so I can take you properly. And what if I don't? Like, what if I don't drop by? Like, what if I don't? Can only buy Great Balls, right? Oh, not even yet. I don't have an all heal, right? Nope. Did I sell those mushrooms? I think I did. Ugh. See? Oh. I'm getting like sleepy. There's another gym here. I thought maybe we could try the gym. I don't have like a psychic move or a flying move, right? My TMs. Fighting Rock. Normal. Bullet Sit. Crash Knot. Deep Dark. So please excuse me, you want to the super contest show? Oh, enjoy yourself please. Incidentally, Vanita, the hard-tome gym leader, also happens to be a super contest show expert. You may ask yourself how do you know this? Well, I'm Fantina. You may challenge me but not judge. You must become much stronger, then you may challenge me. But I don't want to challenge you yet. What else we to do? Make me do a contest, please. Oh, that's my mom. I Preggo this. You might be a super contest show star. I didn't know about that. I spoke to Preggo Elise about super contest shows. No, you never did, Mom. Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to thank you further. Please take the sticker. Is that all? Yes. And to support should not rest away. If your Pokemon time to shine, so you shouldn't be dressed used away. Put this on for a little glamour. I forgot to get my outfits here. How many Nurse Joy hier? Oh, that's a link contest, that is a normal contest. Why do you buy clothes again then? Can you do that even here? Oh, look, the gym. That in here. And there do I see my father, my son, my life, and I do see the nature Pokemon in the world. I didn't know I was interrupting a church meeting. Can't you like... I can't wait to buy clothes again. Eterna City. Again. I'm not gonna cookies for like the contest show. Because I forgot in this game that you can buy like outfits for your character as such. And you can see if the other can't. What's at a park? Resort area. Pokemon League. Alt. Can I capture a Pikachu? I don't think we're gonna capture a Pikachu this episode. I don't think we're gonna send like a Pikachu. We're gonna capture a Pikachu this episode. I saw his Magnemite. If you miss her. Oh no, this is gonna be like... please somebody get me out of here already. Just hit once and Nate, because if you hit once, this thing gets obliterated. Just to say Exodia! Obliterate! Okay, this is gonna be a problem. That might not the smart move. Because I cut the speed in half, which means the speed is closer to that of Magnemite. But still quicker. It should be a 3-shot. I want to take this. I know a flame charge is coming. And I want to take the risk. If it's a 3 paralyzes in a row, then that would be insane. But no. But that hurt. I was a kid. You know how Electrifier was like walking behind the levels? Ooh. A Weasel! Bye, Weasel. And now the real problem. I don't know, does it have a ground type already? Now you don't be sleepy. Survive. Why was that a kid? That's at least 2 stages down. And I don't really have an answer for this. Why? That's a -3 attack profile, hè? So. Ranged, huh? Cheers. That was easy. Peach is like... Yeah, harshly lowers the defense stat. not gonna capture a Pikachu. Yeah, come on. And I need to get to Route 29, right? Route 212. I think it's this way. Okay, well, I guess we're not catching a Pikachu. I guess we're not doing that this episode. I think it's a good time to call this episode because I'm getting sleepy, such stuff. And next time we're gonna do the fighting game. Next time we go to Fallstorm City and do the fighting gym, okay? On the other hand, I could do this gym now. Like, I have Bite, Kitten, so I could give it a try. But would that be worth it? I don't think you can try it yet because, like, you have to do like the other gym first. We'll see. I guess next episode we'll go to Phantom City. To Saloska Town and then to Fellstone City to do Gym 3, and then we have to come back to like to Hearthome City. And then you need to go to Celestia Town, I think. Because then you have 4 batches, because the 5th batch is like on Cananva City, and that is like to swim across. And then you have Team Galactic, of course. Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. And that's just up because I'm getting sleepy. So yeah, that was a new episode. And there was not much done. But there was some done. What did we do actually this episode? Yeah, we did like the Team Galactic building. We went across Cycling Road. Basically, we got the bike. So we went to like Cycling Road. And then we got to like Route 27 to like Hearthome City, and we did like, so we did a lot. But yeah, Preggo Elise, you got us a fertility, you're pregnant Vtuber on the internet. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes, basically. I provide a focus on Project Eve on horror, so if you like that, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. But also do a lot of Let's Plays, including, as you can see, Pokemon challenges, Call of Duty veteran campaign series, Binding of Isaac, We Happy Few, Shadows Overloading. So there's a lot of done on my channel, so if you're interested, make sure to check it out. If you want to check out my Discord and other socials, they will be linked at the link tree at the bottom of this video description. My link tree can also be found in my channel description. And with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week, and mytchials, I'll see you in the next Pokemon Shining Pearl Mono Rock. Until then, bye. Bye.